Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac's Balls 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers at County Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Dave Rozema, whose record is 8-3 with a 3.12 ERA. And pitching for the Brewers is Jaime Cocanower, whose record is 7-7 with a 4.76 ERA. And we lost a tough one yesterday. We fought back to tie the game at 2 in the top of the 8th. And then we had Dave Patterson in there, and he gave up the go-ahead run. And we could not score in the top of the 9th. And we took the loss 3-2. A real bummer, a game we really needed. Every game is so important right now as we're going into the last, 17 games of the season. And if you take a look at the standings here, you'll see we're 4.5 games back. We actually, if we were in the West, we'd be in first place with our 49 wins. Alas, we are not, and so we have a struggle here down the stretch. I have made the decision to go to a 4-man rotation the rest of the way. And having said that, I did send Dan Petrie down. I'll show you here in one moment. We're going to get to that, I suppose, and I'll illustrate a little more clearly what I did. Here it is. So here's Dave Rozema pitching today. And what I did was I sent Petrie down. I brought up Tom Filer. I put him in a mop-up role as we did switch to a 4-man rotation. So we have that extra spot in the bullpen. We're going to give it to Tom Filer and not to Petrie. I think Filer's proven himself to be more reliable at this point. And Petrie will have to wait till next year to maybe earn a rotation spot. Patterson, who took the loss yesterday, will not be available today. Here's the lineup against Cocanower, who is a right-hander. So this is our right lineup versus righties. I jumbled it up. I'm not really sure what to do anymore with our offense. We're just not getting a lot of clutch hits when we need them. And we stopped hitting home runs almost altogether. So we'll go ahead and do the lineup rundown here shortly, but I did put Jeffrey Leonard in there in right field. And I thought this was interesting looking at Reggie Jackson, who's not helped us out much, but he has scored 21 runs and only 11 RBIs. And he has a 326 on base percentage, so he's doing better than maybe I give him credit for. I just wanted to see more power from him, and he hasn't helped us out in that regard. So let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for Detroit. Batting leadoff and playing center field today is Rickey Henderson. There we go. Batting second at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting third at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting fifth and catching today is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth in right field is Jeffrey Leonard. Batting seventh and at third base is Tom Brookens. Batting eighth at first base is Greg Brock. And batting ninth and DHing today is Garry Hancock. Jaime Cocanower on the mound today, making his 20th start. He's 7-7 with that 4.76 ERA. Only 47 Ks in 123 innings pitched, and he's walked 64. 108 career walks against 78 career strikeouts. Again, this is kind of typical of this era, maybe not to that extreme, as opponents are batting .259 against him. He does have a complete game shutout this year, and we did see him earlier. He took a loss, going 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, 3 walks, and no Ks. The only start this year in which he did not get a strikeout. So, okay, let's take a look at the Brewers' defensive alignment. And I don't see anybody new in the lineup, so they're going with their lineup that they've had the first 2 games of the series. And here's Rickey Henderson leading off the game against Cocanower. Henderson popping it up into foul ground on the first base side. There's 1 down. Next up is Sweet Lou, 2 for 10 against Cocanower in his career. And he takes a walk on a high splitter. So we have Sweet Lou on first And we have Trammell back in the lineup. He's 3 for 11 with 3 home runs against Cocanower. And Trammell, who I believe has not had a hit in, 6 games? Not including the All-Star game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games without a hit. So we're going to hope he can break that here. He gets a walk. We'll take it. He gets on base at least. So that's going to bring up Kirk, Gibson. Runners on first and second. Only 1 out. Gibby also struggling. Batting average under 300. Base hit to left field. That should score Whitaker. It does. Do we want to send Trammell to third? I'm going to say no. We're going to hold Trammell and give Parrish an opportunity here, who's 4 for 7 against Cocanower. So first and third, 1 down. I think we're going to... What are we going to do? Should I run and hit? I think we're going to run and hit to stay out of the double play for Parrish. This could be a double steal. It could be much worse. There we go. Fly ball into center field. That's going to negate all of it. Do we want to tag up and go to third? Yes, we are. He shouldn't run on Chet Lemon, but Trammell does. And he is safe at third. So first and third with 2 outs for Jeffrey Leonard. J. Leo. I think that's what we've settled on. Oh, that's a long ball. Get out. Yes, that's way out of here. 481 feet, a 3-run shot for Leonard. His second on the season. And we're out to a 4-0 lead here in the top of the first. Next up is Tom Brookens, who walks 3 walks this inning for Cocanower, who is struggling mightily. Let's try to steal with Brookens. He's got a, 95 or 96? It's hard to tell there. And he steals second base. We're keeping the pressure on. 95, it says. So, runner on second. That is Brookens' 10th stolen base on the season. And that ties a career high for him, actually. Okay. Brookens is scoring position for Greg Brock. Brock betting 262 versus righties. He hits a ground ball to third, and Gantner makes the play. So a very nice first inning, getting 4 runs on the board. We'll take the early lead, 4-0, and we go to the bottom half. Let's do the Brewers lineup rundown. We have Randy Reddy DHing and leading off. Batting second and playing third base is Jim Gantner. Batting third at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting cleanup in center field is Chet Lemon. Batting fifth at first base is Jim Paciorek. Batting sixth in right field is Leon Roberts. Batting seventh and catching is Dave Sax. Batting eighth in left field is Larry Hisle. And batting ninth at shortstop is Ed Romero. Pitching for the Tigers, it's really our new ace of the team. It's Dave Rozema, 8-3, a 3.12 ERA. He's in the top 10 in ERA this season. He's making his 20th start. He's got 56 Ks in 132 innings pitched. And opponents are betting 231 against him. 2 complete games, 1 shutout. So having, I guess you can't necessarily say a career year, because he got off to a really good start in his career in 1977 with that 15-7 record, but certainly his best season since then. Here is the Tigers' defensive alignment. Take a look there. And Randy Reddy leading off against Dave Rozema. First time facing Dave, and he strikes him out. Rozema seems to be getting stronger as the year goes on. 1 down. It's going to bring up Jim Gantner. Gantner hits it right back to Rosie, and he tosses him out at first. 2 down. Here's Paul Molitor. Paul Molitor batting .350 and is leading the American League in batting average. And he strikes him out. 2 Ks to start off the game for Rozema. That is amazing. I can't believe how good he's doing. So we go to the top of the second. Our number 9 hitter, Garry Hancock, leading off against Cocanower. We moved Hancock into the 9th spot for this game. He's not necessarily struggling, but he has lost his pop, and honestly, we're not going to have him back next season. I have him on the trading block, but no one's making any offers as we go back to Rickey Henderson here. So we're probably just going to keep him and let him go to free agency as Rickey strikes out the first K for Cocanower. 2 down for Whitaker, who walked his first time up and hits a ground ball to short. And Romero makes the play. So we're going to the bottom of the second inning with Chet Lemon leading off. Lemon, that looks like it could be a base hit. No, it's going to be caught on the fly by Gibson. What's that old saying? He was on his horse. I don't think they say that anymore. That's like a saying from like the 50s. But Gibby was on his horse there. So 1 down with Jim Paciorek. I should do one game where I just use all 50 slang. That'd be kind of fun. Like a can of corn, that kind of thing. As Jim Paciorek gets a base hit to center field. I believe the Brewers might be leading the American League in batting average. I could be wrong about that. And then Paciorek caught stealing, unlikely base stealer there, first baseman, as Parrish guns him down for the second out. So an 0-1 count to Leon Roberts, who had the game-winning RBI yesterday in the bottom of the 8th. And, wow, another strikeout, this one looking by Rozema. So we are going to the top of the third. It's 4-0 Detroit with Trammell leading off. He also walked his first time up. There's a base hit. That'll get him off the schneid. Do we want to go for 2? 40% chance. I'm going to say no. So runner on first for Gibby. Gibby now 2 for 4 in his career against Cocanower. We're going to let him swing away. And an infield single to third. Runners on first and second. It's only the 4th hit against Cocanower with those 3 walks. And I think last time we did this, we tried to do a run and hit to stay out of the double play. But we're going to let Parrish swing away. We got a 4-run lead. And a pass ball will move the runners up a bag. That pass ball attributed to Sax. So now we're going to hit to the right side, have Parrish try to drive in a run with the ground ball even. Oh, it's even better. Base hit to right field. Will Gibby score? He does score from second. And 2 RBI single for Parrish. And it's 6-0. This is the kind of game we needed to give us some confidence here with our offense. Jay Leo, he had that 3-run shot in the first. We got to let him swing away here too. He pops it up on the infield, carrying to the outfield grass. So it's caught by the shortstop Romero in short left field. That's 1 down. Next up is Tom Brookens. We'll let Tommy swing away. He strikes out swinging. 2 Ks for Cocanower. It's going to leave it up to Greg Brock. Brock 0 for 1 on the day, and a weak ground ball to second. And that's the 3rd out. So the Tigers get 2 runs on the board with the 2 RBI single by Parrish. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 6-0 Detroit. Dave Sax leading off the inning, taking a 3rd strike, looking 4 Ks for Rozema. Unbelievable. What a great pitcher. I'm glad we signed him to a long-term deal. As Hisle grounds out to short. 2 down. Ed Romero up next, and Rosie drills him right in the kneecap. So runner on first, as Romero's probably rubbing that one down. I almost said the wrong thing there. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. As Randy ready. Up next, it's a ground ball to short, and Trammell throws him out. So Romero walks away with a bruise, and we go to the top of the 4th. It's 6-0 with Garry Hancock leading off. 3 for 6 against Cocanower with a home run. Oh, it's a line drive over the head of the left fielder, off the wall for a double. And Hancock's getting into the hit parade with his first hit of the day. 6 hits overall for Detroit. Next up is Rickey, and they walk Henderson. Cocanower up to 79 pitches, and still nobody out here. So we're going to let Sweet Lou swing away. Whitaker hits it right back to Cocanower, and an error by Cocanower loads the bases as he bobbled it. And the bases are loaded now for Trammell. This would be a great opportunity for him to break out. Like I said earlier, he's got 3 home runs against Cocanower. Ground ball up the middle, snagged by the shortstop. Romero turns 2, an run scores. Of course, no RBI on that as Henderson stands alone in the base pass at third. So we do get a run on that. Extend the lead to 7-0. Here's Gibby, and Gibby pops it up on the infield. And Romero will make the catch. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-0. Jim Gantner will lead off the inning. He's the only lefty in the lineup as he hits a ground ball to first. Oh, an error by Brock. Oh, that's a bad sign for this inning, especially with Molitor coming up. I wonder, I'll have to check maybe after the game and see what Brock's fielding percentage is at first. I think he's made a couple errors since we brought him up. It doesn't matter as he gets erased from the base pass on the double play as Molitor hits into a 6-4-3. So 2 down for Chet Lemon. Oh, Lemon gets a hold of it. A line drive off the wall for a double in left center field. That should have been a triple, but I think Henderson must have got it back in pretty quickly, almost to the deepest part of the park. So Chester's on second. Here's Jim Paciorek. He had a base hit his first time up. And a wild pitch by Rozema moves Lemon to third. 1-2 count. And he strikes out Paciorek, and the shutout is preserved. We're going to the top of the 5th. Cocanower is still in the game. 89 pitches, giving up 7 runs and 4 walks. They have yet to see enough. That might do it as Parrish hits his 10th home run into the upper deck in left field. Now they're going to keep him in there. Great job by Parrish, who's getting hot here late in the season. I believe that's his 5th home run in the last 20 games. So 8-0 Detroit. Jay Leo, he had a home run of his own. Gets a base hit up the middle, and that's enough. They're going to bring in the hairiest ball player in baseball. It's Dwight Bernard. Let's take a look at Bernard. Making his 15th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 4.18 ERA. More walks to strikeouts. Opponents are batting .274. He does not have a save in relief. And he's going to have to face Tom Brookens. Tommy Boy with runner on first, nobody out. Strikes out right on cue. So 1 down. Leonard on first. Here's Greg Brock. 2 ground outs today. There we go. He gets on base with a walk. Runners on first and second for Gary Hancock. Hancock 1 for 4 against Bernard in his career. Oh, jammed him inside, pops him up. First baseman makes the play. 2 down for Rickey Henderson. I believe Henderson does not have a hit today. I think he was he walked earlier. Oh no, is that gone too? Another 3-run home run. It is 11-0 as Henderson hits his 10th home run. This is amazing. This is just what the doctor ordered. So 11-0. This is the kind of fun game I'm not too stressed out about. As Whitaker walks, I don't know how many total team walks that is for the Brew Crew, but it's got to be close to getting to double digits. So runner on first, 2 down. Here's Trammell. He's 3 for 9 against Bernard, and he strikes out looking to end the inning. Tigers put their second 4th spot on the board. It's 11-0. We might work in some of the backups. We might even get Reggie into left field today. Let him play the field a little bit. I don't want to get too cocky. We do have Rozema on the mound. We don't need him to go the distance, even if he is able to, as he strikes out Leon Roberts to start off the bottom half of the fifth. One down. Here's Dave Sax. Sax ground ball to first. There's two down. It's going to bring up Larry Hisle. Hisle hitting a high fly ball into center field. Henderson makes the play. Good job by Rosie. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the sixth. We're going to flip it over to the in-game stats. I mean, who's the player of the game? We've had 3 home runs. 2 of them have been 3-run shots. We have a pitcher throwing a 2-hit shutout. Stolen bases, all kinds of walks in there. I mean, it could be anybody's at this point. So we go to the top of the sixth. After this inning, we're going to do some defensive replacements. As we're going to let Gibby swing away. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a ribby. Ground ball to second. Molitor tosses him out. There's one down. Lance Parrish. He has a home run as he flies out to right field. That is the second out. It's going to bring up Jeff Leonard. Leonard, ground ball to short. And 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Let's make a couple defensive adjustments here. Try to work in some of the some of those who don't typically get an opportunity. Okay, we're going to put Reggie in left. That is a little bit of a risk because he's terrible defensively. We're going to get Glenn Wilson in there in right field. We are going to put Mickey Hatcher in there at first. Okay. So make some changes there defensively. The only rough spot is his Reggie in left. And really not so great having Hatcher at first, but he's reliable. Okay, bottom of the sixth, Ed Romero will lead off the inning. Flips it to right. That's going to fall in for a hit. Let's make that a double. As Romero coasts into second. Only the third hit against Rozema. Randy Reddy up next. Ground ball to short. Romero will hold. Oh, he's going, and Trammell guns him down at third. That is stupid. You're down 11 runs, and you make a bad play like that. That'll get you benched. Then Jim Gantner with one down hits a ground ball to short, and they turn 2, and it's like it never happened. We're going to the top of the seventh. Tom Brookens leading off. He doesn't have a hit today. He's 0 for 2. There we go. Base hit down the left field line all the way to the wall. With that speed, Brookens has himself a double. And that is his 8th double on the season. Looking pretty sharp lately. So runner on second. Here's Mickey Hatcher. Mickey Hatcher sucks. Ground ball to first. Brookens will take third. Let's just have Garry Hancock swing away. Let's get that insurance run in, that 12th insurance base hit into the hole between short and third. That's an RBI single for Hancock. It's been a while since he's had an RBI. I think he led the team last year in RBIs, and this year he's got less than 30. So Hancock's on first with one down. Here is Rickey Henderson. Henderson 1 for 3 with that 3-run home run. Popping it up to first. That's 2 down. And they're going to bring in a new pitcher. They're bringing in Bob McClure. He has been their closer on occasion. Last year he had 25 saves, making only his 11th appearance this year. 2-0 in the season. Fantastic ERA. Opponents are only batting 195 against him. I think we faced him, didn't we? No, we have not seen him this year. So first time seeing McClure. He's a lefty. And Lou does okay versus lefties. He's 0 for 2 today. He doesn't have a hit yet. As he flies out to left center field to end the inning. So it's 12-0 Detroit. And I'm going to let Rosie pitch one more inning. He's only got 67 pitches. But there's no reason to keep pitching him with this lead. As Molitor hits a sky-high pop-up to the outfield. Caught by Hancock in right. I'm sorry, that's actually Glenn Wilson in right field now. 1 down. Chet Lemon up next. There's a base hit. That's a professional hitter. Lemon on first for Jim Paciorek. 1 down. That's gone. All right, I've seen enough. Now the shutout's gone, I don't have to feel bad about pulling out Rosie. And we're going to bring in Roger Weaver, who, if he pitches well, he might just finish up the game for us with all these righties in this lineup. Take a look at Weaver. He had 68 innings pitched last year. He's only got 28 this year because he spent some time in the minors. He had a couple bad games, so we sent him down. This is his 32nd game, 2-1 with that 3.81 ERA, more walks and strikeouts. And he does have his opponent's batting average under 300 for the first time in quite a while. He's got 4 saves. He was kind of our right-handed closer there for a little while. And he's going to face Leon Roberts with 1 down. Ground ball to short. There's the second out. And then Dave Sax is up. Ground ball to third. Brookens comes up firing, and that is the final out of the 7th. Brewers do get 2 runs on the home run by Paciorek, his second of the series. We go to the top of the 8th with Alan Trammell leading off. It's 12-2. Trammell pops it up high on the infield. Caught by Romero for the first out. Here's the first appearance for Reggie today. 167 versus lefties. Probably was hoping to face a righty as he pops it up right on the third base line. Gantner makes the play, 2 down. It's going to bring up Parrish, who hits lefties well, batting .289, and he walks. So from Parrish, who hits righties well, to Glenn Wilson, who doesn't even have a hit versus righties yet. This will be a nice time for him to get one. Let's see. Nope. He pops it up as well. Caught by Molitor at second. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Larry Hisle leading off against Roger Weaver. Weaver gets Hisle to pop it up in the foul ground on the first base side. Hatcher makes the play, 1 down. Eddie Romero up next. He gets some good wood on it as he shoots it to right. Plays made by Wilson, 2 down. Randy Reddy up next. Oh, that was ball 4, but Reddy was swinging, and he grounds out to short. So we're going to the 9th. 12-2 Detroit. Brookens will lead off the inning, hitting a fly ball into right center field. Mickey Hatcher with 1 down. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Yep, that's what you come to expect from Hatcher, popping it up on the infield. 2 down. And that's going to leave it up to Garry Hancock, batting a miraculous .220 versus lefties. And he pops it up as well. So that should put the Tigers offense to sleep for the day. And we're going to let Weaver try to go this final inning. He's going to have to contend with Gantner, Molitor, and Lemon. Gantner, line drive to left. Reggie makes the play. That should have been a base hit with a guy that doesn't have a defensive rating of 70. We'll take it. That's 1 down. Paul Molitor follows it up by grounding out to Trammell. He goes 0 for 4 on the day. Batting .350 on the season coming in. He goes 0 for 4. Let's go leave it up to Lemon. This could be the ball game. Ground ball to second. That ought to do it. Nice. Tigers get an awesome victory, 12-4. 3 home runs. Who is the player of the game? We have to look at the box score because I have no idea which Tiger had the most RBIs. Let's take a look at the standings first and foremost. Nope, we didn't gain any ground. Suddenly, Baltimore gets itself a win. We're still 4.5 back, 1 game back of Milwaukee. We got the next day off. So we'll see if we maybe gain a half game or lose a half game. Let's take a look at transactions. nobody was traded, but Jim Chet decides to retire at the age of 42. He had a pretty illustrious career. I know he never got close to 300. He was never really considered much of a Hall of Fame candidate. And in fact, he never pitched since I've been doing this simulation, right? We started in 1980. So he's been waiting for somebody to call him, but he retires with 264 career wins. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. We got our 50th win on the season. Not too shabby. Who is the player of the game? We're going to have to make a decision here. And maybe some of you out there might want to chime in with who you think deserves it. We have 3 players with 3 RBIs. 2 had 3-run jacks. 2 had 2 hits with 3. Parrish did also have a walk. Leonard scored his second. He had 2 runs scored. I don't know, but that doesn't mean much. I think we are going to give it to Lance Parrish, going 2 for 4 with that 3-run shot. And Hancock got his 9th double. Brookens got his 8th. We got Henderson and Parrish into double digits. Jeffrey Leonard hit his 2nd home run. Dave Rozema gets the win. He's 9-3 on the season, going 6 1/3 with 6 Ks, no walks. That is amazing. Roger Weaver, great job in relief, going 2 2/3, giving up no hits, shutting them down. That's amazing. 11 got his 21st double. Nice by him. Paciorek, as I mentioned before, got his 6th home run, 2nd of the series. Cocanower takes the loss, giving up 9 runs and committing an error, in fact. 4 walks, 7 overall by the Brew Crew, none by a Tiger pitcher. That's amazing. That was a great game. That gets my spirits up as we come to 16 games to go. It's going to be tough. Let's go ahead and close this out. We're going to have an off day in between, but I'll probably come back and play a game tomorrow on Sunday. So that's going to do it, everyone. Have a great afternoon.